say I'm tired of stuff.
Yeah.
Good.
We can. I don't know. I think we should talk to Comeau.
What's that?
Have a minute to have a service.
I have a few leftovers. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, I didn't.
Recording in progress.
No, you didn't talk to them.
Oh, I didn't say anything to
Oh, I
anybody
missed
because
that.
I didn't want it to get around and
Kmart.
doing a decision.
I'm running across the Kmart with my grandmother.
He said he's fully on board, so.
Be able to go in and have breakfast at the counter.
I guess at the end of the day, it's really not his decision anyway, it's ours
No,
if we
it's
want to do
ours,
it.
but, I wouldn't take it away.
Right.
Montgomery Wards and Sears and all that.
Yeah, they've all been, pushes.
What about grants? You have grants up here? Grants?
Oh, yeah, WT grants. WT grants, 5 and 9, and Montgomery Ward.
Yeah.
They're not taking out my
Grant
Walmart.
friends used to call it Monkey Ward.
What about Danburgers?
No, that's New Jersey.
I just miss Ames.
Numbers for this.
I still
Anything.
have stuff in my garage.
That was the
I
plan.
miss
Yep.
PB&J.
That
Plan.
was the plan.
Aw.
What is it now? Is it open?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a
It's a bagel shop.
We'll see if that happens.
little bakery
I
place.
don't know a lot of horse focus.
They really make good sandwiches.
It's 10:04.
Seems like nothing seems to, everything fails there.
Except PB.
I know. All this.
Maybe we should hire a maid?
Yeah. The paperclip person. And this, I'm not sure when
We full benefits.
what date. I don't know. Today's date, or-
Do we do approve them today? I don't think you voted.
And perks, too.
Signed it.
Give her a bale of hay.
This, right?
Chip.
Yeah, because last week we passed it over because you didn't have anything else for Hales.
Okay.
We did both.
Okay, I'll put it in here.
And then, obviously, the one source contract, Sean's not gonna be here,
Not
so
here.
he has to pass that over for next week.
Okay. My pad.
10:06.
You can see that my granddaughter is playing with my pad.
No, yeah.
Don't you say your puppy?
No, but I had to have a good talk with her this morning. I got so much stuff here today. Huh.
Is the delegation meet tomorrow at 1?
2,
Oh, 2, right here,
yes,
same channel.
same channel.
Call to order the meeting of the Board of Commissioners for Thursday, January 11th, 2024. It is 10:06. Please join me for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen.
Okay, public comment?
Yes, Fred Kane from Wilkes-Barre. I hope everyone survived the last storm and didn't have any flooding. I'm still concerned about staffing at the nursing home. I did get what Melissa sent me, believes to be the final total of agency is $1,736,691. So since Bonnie had done her estimate of, in October, the end of October, we've spent an additional $444,556,000, which she had anticipated about $129,000. I also, last week after the commissioners meeting, and you gave me a list of where you're posting the jobs, I did go on the Carroll County website and put in jobs, and there were none. I went on Indeed, there were none for OSIP, for M&As, NNAs, and RN. I went on Craigslist, and there was no jobs listed there. I see that there are jobs listed there now. I don't know why they weren't listed on there last week if we're still looking for staffing. Is it the commissioner's intention not to replace these jobs and just to intend on using agency nurses? Or are we going to try to get staff nursing back to where it was at 100% at the nursing home?
Linda, would you like to address that question?
We continue to recruit, yes. We would rather have county employees than agency staff.
Yes.
I agree with Mr. Kane. Actually, when I have some numbers for other counties with their agency utilization, things like that, which I'll share when it's my time to go in front of the commission.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. As you've all known, for a year, I've talked about agency staffing. 2 years ago, we spent under 15,000, and now this year we're at over $1.7 million, which is outrageous. We've cut an artery here, and we need to stop the bleeding. Thank you very much.
Do we have any other public comment?
Oh, yeah, I do. Hi, my name's Kevin Houle. It's H-O-U-L-E. I live up the road there. And I just got a rather large charge out of the newspaper article where our farm manager, Will DeWitt, when a reporter from this paper here had asked him what the deal is and why I wasn't being able to buy hay, because I have, look, a round bill right out there now. I have to travel miles and miles to get and pay more money for, when this is money that could go to the county and balance the budget, because it would be income. I'm sure there's not many things you can sell or market at this county for income other than firewood. But his response was that it was above his pay grade. Above his pay grade. So what, and he referred this reporter to the commissioners, so do you have any comment on that?
Well, this reporter didn't come to us.
Pardon me?
The reporter did not come to us.
Oh, he didn't follow up
He
then?
did not follow up with us.
I see. Have you considered making any type of a hay buying policy, maybe?
We are in the process of doing that policy, I believe.
I'm sorry.
There has always been an unwritten policy, I believe, and we are putting that in writing.
Yeah, right.
It will
and
be
the unwritten-
available as soon
right.
as it's finished. And
Right,
it's
right.
been to our attorney to make sure that everything is legal.
Right. Well, the thing is, the unwritten policy was, as when I've been buying hay since 1996, the unwritten policy was first come, first served. So why do we have a parking lot full of hay out there, which is a horrible eyesore? I mean, it looks like a trailer park. And not only that, they're a huge liability. Stacked up like that, there's going to be somebody injured with those hay bales. I didn't know this county was in the business of storing hay. For as long as I've been buying hay here, since 1996, there has never been any hay stored on the property. Alan Segal, to make it, it would be first come, first served. You pay for it by cash, preferably, because checks get held by this current farm manager for 5 months. And then you take it away. You buy it, take it away. There's bales and bales here that are being stored, and they need to be looked into. This farm manager of yours has a sense of entitlement with absolutely no oversight, and he's mean to me. And he's mean to me, and he told me no. My parents never told me no, and when I'm right, and he's wrong. So please take it under advisement, because I've been playing nice for a long time. And not to mention, I put in a FOIA request for Will DeWitt, how many bales were made, how much money was generated. And that was December 19th, and guess what? I still have nothing. But I'm still going to play nice, because you're nice people. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have any media questions?
Oh, point of order, madam. The people are the media. They're cohesive. You can't, that's a First Amendment right, seriously. I'm not being fresh. The people are the media. Anyone with a phone today is the media. I'm the media today.
Well, you've already had your 3 minutes.
Okay, well, where's that little egg timer? I said that egg timer would help us all
Right
out.
here.
He's got it.
Yeah, but then we need something more visual, Chuck.
Oh.
I'll get you
We'll
one.
work on it.
I'll get you one.
We'll work on it.
We have
Dollar
the
Tree.
approval of the minutes for January 4th.
Motion to accept is written.
I'll second that.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Signature copy, and here's your manifest
Okay.
numbers.
Yes, we did.
In our basket.
In the official basket.
Okay, accounts payable for January 10th, $242,762.23. For payroll for January 12th, $268,138.12.
Motion to approve.
I'll second that.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Guess we can go into recess for Hale's location, Board of Selectmen meeting. It is
10:15.
10:15. So the first thing I have is approval of the December 14th meeting minutes.
Motion to approve.
Second that.
All those in favor say aye.
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 I keep wanting to write 2023.
Over.
Okay. Now I have some checks also. I have a check in the amount of $933 made out to Avatar. That's the associates, that's the one that does all their tax stuff. Their software. And I think we'll take a vote on all the checks at once.
At one time.
Yeah.
Better.
Okay. I just need you to initial that. And then I have another check for $7,094.69 made out to Carroll County. That is for the fourth quarter reimbursement for salary for the commissioners and the treasurer. So I just need a minute. I believe that's the only two checks that I have. Oops. Okay, so I will take a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Yep. For the checks number 2710 for $7,094.69, and for check number 2711 for $933, and that we allow the treasurer to sign them.
Second.
First.
First, yeah. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, so there's going to go back in here. And we have any further business for Hales? Joe's not here,
Not that I
so.
know of.
Okay. We're going to close the meeting for Hales location and go back into our regular scheduled meeting.
10:18.
medical director contract.
Morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for having me, as always. So the medical director contract, we've discussed this before at other meetings. And just a quick update, Huggins is getting out of the business of providing physician services, medical directorship. In front of you is a contract for Theoria, which is a medical director / physician services group that are willing to provide services to Mountain View. It is still in negotiations with Dr. Lewis to see if he'll come on board. It's kind of getting to the last minute, so I would like to get things out to the families, if he's going to join, if he's not going to join, shortly, just to give the families, that ability to decide what they want.
To
Yeah.
choose what they want.
And, we'll have to get consents and things like that. So wheels are in motion. It's a one-year contract with, it's auto-renewed unless you give them a 60-day notice. Pretty standard contract, 60-day terms on the invoices.
So it's a one-year contract with a 60-day,
Yep.
so we'll have to keep on top of that if
Right.
we go with this.
Yeah, they wanted a longer contract, but just for our safety, if it doesn't work out, I wanted something a little shorter. I understand they're putting a lot of resources into recruitment, and I can appreciate that, but I just think it's better for us as a county to go for 1 year.
Have you worked with them at all?
I haven't, but I've called other facilities, and, they're actually just signing contracts with 2 other county facilities.
Really? Good. Which counties would that be?
Sullivan and, where is Matt's county? They're in Belknap currently, yep. They're at Sullivan, and they're also going to, I believe it is maybe Grafton. So,
And they're, okay.
And they're well liked at Belknap.
Comments? Okay.
Motion to approve.
Second?
And would we like to let Rich be the
And let-
signer?
And let our administrator sign.
Yep. All those in favor, say aye.
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 You have anything else for us?
Yep, also we're looking to continue our engagement with Baker Newman Noise to provide cost reporting submission for both our Medicare and our Medicaid cost reports. They've been doing it for, I've gone back in at least a couple contracts, and they usually do a 3-year contract. They have 2 proposals there, one for a 1 year, which is more expensive, and the other one's for a 3-year. The 3-year have escalator clauses every year, it goes up $250, which is similar to the one that we had previously, so.
This is what, 8,000?
It's 4,200, I think it starts at
Per
4,000.
report, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Per report.
4,000, yep. Yeah,
They do
4,000 for
they
each
do 2
report.
reports for us.
Yep.
Any questions, Commissioner?
No, I touched base with Rich yesterday on this.
And what's your preference, 1 year or 3 year?
I'd probably go 3 years since they have a
3 year?
long-standing history with us, so we don't have to do this. And they know how our systems work, so.
Makes sense.
Motion to approve.
Okay.
Second?
All those in favor, say aye for the 3-year contract.
Aye.
Aye.
Madam Chair, do you want to authorize Rich to sign that
We
one?
did.
We did.
We
Oh, you
did.
did, I'm sorry.
Yep.
I must have, I don't know where I was.
Thank you.
There's 2 for you to sign.
That way it's his problem to keep up with it. So, Melissa, I just saw these for the 21st, we'll just put them to next week, is that okay? For Hales? It wasn't in the Hales packet, it was in the mine, so. Okay.
And if it's
Anything
okay,
else?
if I just give you an update what's going on at
Yes, we'd
ABC.
love it, thank you.
Census is strong. Currently, we're at 96, including 9 Medicare, which is, I think, a record for the building, at least for a while. And the reason why we like Medicare is because they reimburse better than Medicaid and private. So that's kind of a focus that we've been looking at, and the staff's been great at being, amenable to the change. And what that means is a lot more short-term residents
They come in, we get them stronger, and they get home, which is also a great benefit for us with marketing. You know, go to Mountain View, they do great rehab, they got us strongest, they got us home, so we enjoy that. Our private census is still strong, we're at 32, so between the two, you know, we have a very strong mix. We do still currently have COVID in the building. We are down to 6 residents and 2 employees. Actually, one employee came off today. That is down from a high of, we had 14 at one point. So I don't want to jinx us, but I think we spiked, and then we've been slow, you know. We just tested this morning, all the residents, and they're all negative, so that's a positive thing.
I'm sure with the holidays is what brought it on.
Yeah, and we had one resident actually spent, I think, 3 days out with the family, came back and tested positive right away.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's like, you know, and most of our positives were tucked into certain areas of our pods, so it made sense that it kind of spread there, but it didn't spread throughout, you know, the units, and currently we only have it on 2 units, so the other 2 are full, and, you know, ready to go.
So I assume you're not taking any new in until this is,
Actually, CDC, you can take.
you can?
You can. You just got to notify the families. We have COVID in the building. You know, you decide. Whereas the previous COVID, no one came in, no one came out. Visitors still coming in, you're asking them to mask once they hit the floors. We have masks and PPE throughout the facility, so they're doing, you know, staff's making sure that everyone who comes in, they're safe, our residents are safe, things like that, so. Agency today, we're using 9 shifts for LNA and 2 for nurses. I did get some information about what other facilities have used. Mr. Kane is right, we have about 1.7, I think it's $1.72 million in agency. Some of the other county information I have, for example, Rockingham County, they're projected to go with 9.2 million. You know, they are 226 beds, but they sometimes don't fill units. Cheshire County, they are 150 beds, but they're a third empty. They can't staff because they have staffing issues. So of 100 beds, they're going to project about $2 million in agency staff. They currently have 45 LNA full-time positions open. We have about 15 with 2.5 nurses. So our nurses aren't bad. It's just, we need to get more nurses and more LNAs in the facility. We did hire a brand new LNA who's starting next week. We did fill the Director of Quality position. She's going to start February 12th. She's going to be excellent. I have a long work history with her. We're very excited about her starting. She's been staff development. She's worked as a floor nurse. She's been Director of Nursing. So I think she's going to be a great addition to the staff. So I am also getting information how many vacancies other buildings have. And, you know, I don't like comparing and contrasting, but, you know, a great example is Cheshire, because they're at 100 beds and, you know, they have 45 LNAs. I also have some information about an article that was in McKnight's that was written by Brendan Williams, who works for New Hampshire Healthcare, and they quoted the administrator there, how they're dealing with all their vacancies and that, you know, and how they're holding admissions. That's similar to other facilities, you know, other county facilities in the area. So I'm hoping by next week I'll get something for your packet that's going to break it down. Projected agency use for last year, and also how many vacancies they have. So something, you know, data's, you know, if you can't measure it, you can't manage it. You know, I get a report every week on how many hours. We're pretty stable right now, which is a good thing. Candace, who's my schedule, does a nice job working collaboration with Sue. So, you know, we're getting better. You know, as my boss used to say, progress isn't linear. So we get a little better and then we set back, but we're still on an upward trajectory, which is good. So, on another totally different topic, we are having a leadership training here, January 26th, if that's that Friday. So, as part of our, you know, our willingness to grow and to help our staff become, you know, to improve in certain aspects, we have a gentleman, the CEO of Accelerating Excellence, is coming here. He's going to speak all day long on leadership, how to be a great boss, how to engage with your staff, and, you know, how to promote and get people to get better, so, you know, and
And
that's,
it's open to all employees in the nurse?
it's open to any employee who's either a manager or that we're looking to possibly groom as a manager.
Okay.
And we're opening up to anyone in the county who'd like to join, so it's $1 amount whether we give 15 people or 50.
Is this going out to all the supervisors? All-
Linda has sent it out. Yep.
I'm sure she would.
Yeah, so Linda's, you know, and I've seen Del speak many times, he does a great job, so.
Great. Good, thank you for mentioning that.
like-
And Linda.
Yeah. Yeah. Between Linda and Taylor, the ball's in their court, so I know it's gonna go out well. So.
Anything else for
I
us?
think that's all.
That's
Great.
good, great.
All right, thank you.
Madam
Yes,
Chair,
good.
I did not hear a dollar figure on the medical director a year contract. Do we have a dollar figure that,
It was-
Yes, $1,500 a month.
$1,500 a month? Thank you very much.
Okay, so our next thing is the Employee Service Awards. So we are going to go into recess. It is 10:30. And Linda, come on up, you're in charge. And Chris, whoever's going to,
Madam Chair, what is the purpose of recessing?
well, just because we're going to be giving out awards, do you want to keep it as our regular?
Well, I'm
meeting?
just
You're gonna
informing
take it?
you that you're in quorum, so I'll be maintaining my...
Yeah, that's fine. I assumed that you would.
And when we're done, Chris and his team have put together this fabulous,
Do you need any kind of help?
okay, so I would like a commissioner at least over here. What I thought I'd do is I'd read the names, hand you the certificate and the pin, and you can shake the hands and present the certificates. I can't do that without these. Who knows what they get?
I was going to say, you too. Yeah, you're doing it first.
Right? All right. Okay. Not everybody is here. We've got, as you folks know, we have people that work shift schedules and whatnot. And so some of them are not on today, but we will be making presentations at their location. So we're not going to just pop these in a mailbox and say, well, you didn't make it too bad. The employee we have with the most service today is Dominic Riccardi. Sheriff Riccardi's got 30 years of service.
Yes, I saw that. Wow.
I know. Today he is down at the chief's meeting. It's the monthly sheriff meeting, so we do not have that. We have Karen Hooper, who has 25 years of service with us. I have this teeny weeny little bag that I'm going to try and get your pin out of. Not real smooth with this. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, and weighing in at 20 years of service, we have Brenda Bowersox. Is Brenda here today?
She's not here today.
Okay. We have Wanda Metcalf. Okay, I can't see past, now that I'm wearing my reading glasses, I can't see past the front of the table. Diane Varney, do I have a Diane Varney in the house?
She is here.
Right there.
How many years?
20. We have a combined service of all the folks that are getting awards, and these are based on 2023. So these folks met their milestone in the year of 2023. But we have a combined service total of almost 300 years. So it's very exciting. Melissa Canty, I don't believe she was going to be able to make it. She is one of my second shift ladies over in dispatch. So we'll be making a presentation at that place. And Captain Santuccio. No. Okay. I know.
Where's that guy?
Capturing criminals? I don't know. Keeping the county safe?
Yeah. Are those all the 20s?
I know. So now we have 10 years of service. We have Cyrene Libby. Okay. And Lisa Thomas.
Who was also named Nursing Home Employee of the Year, but, you know, that's... Larry?
Yes.
It's a good year for me.
That's right.
Hey.
Congratulations.
I hope you're here for another time. At least.
Right? We'll let you know when you can leave. Lori Vanden Heck. Is she with us today?
No.
Okay. Sasha, I saw you sauntering. Sasha,
How can you be right?
right.
She's getting stabbed.
Look.
Okay.
10 years.
Don't go on disability.
I know, right, is that your And is Ugo Pinardi here? I got uniforms over in the corner, but I can't tell what they are.
Another one keeping us safe.
Another one keeping us safe. Okay, 5 years of service. Laura Morris, I know, is out today. Kenneth Layton is one of our second shift folks, so we'll be getting with him personally. Seth Coiners, did Seth come in?
He's out today.
Okay. I just did not plan this well, didn't I? Rachel Johnson in our recreation department. Thanks, I'll pick up a little.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Here you go. Thank you very much.
Casimira Doust, also in recreation, is not here. She's out recreating with the, she's out partying with the residents. Deanna Wiggin. Again, this is 5
She
years.
has a scheduled day off today.
Okay. Amanda Barty.
Same thing.
Okay. Mary Lee Evans. Oh, they're killing me. Stacy Martin. I throw them a big party. Where are these people?
It will happen.
More muffins for the rest of us.
Right. Sue Dodier. I know. Our Director of Nursing is here. 5 years of service. Yes.
And I have to tell you, this surprised me. I thought you were
It feels like it.
You've lived a lifetime in those 5 years.
Really? You'll be here for another 10, thanks.
Right. Allison Batchelder is in our corrections department. Congratulations.
Yes. I'm so glad I'm just
Thank you. Sherry Iannuzzi. Keeps everybody straight down in corrections.
Yeah, you're another one. I thought you'd been here forever.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Alan McPherson. No, he was not here. Lauren Pomerlew got, yeah, she's another one. I think she's on second shift in dispatch. Okay, now I got my 1 year folks. Ashley Brown. Becky Miola. Jennifer Toomey. At least we get to say their name out loud, right? Kelly Ripley. Joyce Ingerson, also in our recreation department. Okay, off today. Bonnie Moody. Samantha Brown. Liano Mendez. There we go. I am thrilled is here today because we are waiting with bated breath for somebody's baby.
I know. Thank you.
Congratulations. Liano and I started on the same day.
Let us know.
Derek Poutre must be off today. Andrew Lipson in our Sheriff's Department. Jacqueline Cortese. Jody Baker is in our Attorney's Office. And my HR Generalist, Taylor Gunn. Yes, Taylor actually started before I did, and then lost her boss, and then inherited a boss when you hired me.
It all worked out fast. Thank you.
No, thank you.
And this is going to be awkward. Oh, I was going to say.
And Linda Matchin.
Yeah. You do a great job. We're so happy to have you.
Thank you.
As we are so happy to have all of you here. We hope you're here for at least another 5, 10, 20
15,
years.
20. Yeah, nobody's leaving. Nobody's leaving.
I know.
How about the booby prize to the bar manager?
All right.
think
Let's
that's
try and be
uncalled for.
gracious about things. And so we're going to take a few minutes, I believe, here, a little bit of a
Yes, that's why
recess.
we went
And
to
please help
recess.
yourself to coffee and treats in
on up,
celebration of
guys.
these good folks.
Because
So,
we don't want to
thank
eat it all.
you. Yeah, Chris does not want to take it back.
Then I would have thought about it too much. I don't want to church.
Oh, Chris is the ones who are working days.
Me and Bob are the only hungry ones.
10:38.
Oh, I guess we get,
If it was me.
trying to look through, read all that, and figure out what
Why,
half of it.
why doesn't this come under our, rolling around the other day?
It's sitting right here.
Just out of curiosity.
So they installed it
Right,
and they serviced it.
right. Okay.
That was the answer. That's what he told me. I don't know if it voids the warranty if somebody else touches it. Probably.
Okay.
Okay. Where are we?
We are at line item transfers.
Yep, because he's,
I guess we have to come back into,
Is it the employee service?
so line item transfers, what do we have? We only had just one, right?
I think you have two. One was printed on a longer piece of paper.
Yep.
Okay.
That.
Yeah.
Just have all my stuff here. Who's old it? This next week. All I have,
what are you looking for?
all I have is this big one.
No, there's another one.
Is it the same numbers?
How come one's huge and one's tiny?
I didn't want to waste the paper, but the copier was on the wrong setting.
Oh, I see, okay.
The originals look correct.
Okay, so we need to come out of
Recess.
recess. We'll come out of recess and go back into our regular scheduled meeting,
11:04.
11:04. Okay. We have two line item transfers. One is from Human Resources Department. And what's the number? Oh, request number 2023 dash, what would that one be? There's no
Just
number.
checking my list.
30?
31, actually. 31.
31, okay.
Yep.
And it's coming out of account number 100-4155.017.000, education and conference, amount available $3,600. They're asking for $2,902.20. It's going to be going into account number 4155.011.000, short-term disability,
Question?
13738.
This is all coming out of next year's or this year's, the past year, 23?
This would be
It's 23, I think, in the back.
23 in the back, yeah. I just stop and think, yep. Then, that's for, then, so going into different places. Okay, $137.38 into short-term disability. I'm not gonna read the numbers. A medical insurance, $222.92. Dental insurance, $55.08. Office supplies, $225.14. Advertising, $1,642.10. Department-specific software, $619.58 for the total amount of $2,902.20.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
There's that one, the signature one, and this is the next one for signature.
Okay.
This is,
That's just the next one.
next one, okay.
So then we have the next one is 2024-29. It should be 23, it's coming out of 23, right?
It should be.
Yeah. So that's not 2000, it's 2023. Number 29, and this is coming from dietary, from account number 300.44, I think, 12009. What's the account name? Salaries? I can't read it.
Sorry, I don't have a copy.
What is this, salaries?
Is it salaries?
Yes.
Jeez, okay. Available in the salary line is $95,601. They're asking for $24,227.30, going into account number 300.4412.097, new equipment, for the amount of $24,227.30. And the new equipment, on this line item request, it's coming from unspent funds from 2023. The use of the funds has already been approved by commissioners back in late November. It was presented by Bob Murray. Yes, agreed upon by the CFO. Pieces of equipment are as follows: one air screen fridge, one 48-inch retail cooler for NBC Cafe, and one cook holding oven in the kitchen.
We already did this, I think, so we're just doing the line item.
We're just doing the line item transfer. Yep.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Yep, you can sign that one, yep.
And while you're in line item transfers, some of the previously approved ones were missing
Oh,
signatures.
signatures, okay.
If you could, thank you.
That's, no,
That's not
I'm
it.
going to sign this one?
This one.
Yep. Okay. And we sign this one.
I'll
You
sign
can sign
that
that
one.
one. And I will sign this one. This one needs your signature.
Yes, I'm
Hang
not.
on. Hang on. Okay, that's done. Any other line item transfers?
No.
No. Okay. What else do we have? I think we're done, aren't we?
Line item transfers, we have to talk about the laptop refurbishment program.
The what?
Laptop.
Oh, the laptop thing, they're coming over?
Yeah, the IT director's on her way over.
Okay.
And then we do have a non-public with the HR director for A and C.
Okay,
Can I
yes.
give you an update? Just wanted to thank, or make you aware that I went out on a tour by Will of the facilities and all his responsibilities and everything. I'm very impressed, and I'm very pleased that he took me over hill and over dale to see all the water supply and where they're getting all this stuff from. I just was amazed at the distances these things are coming and what he has to do for the water system, you know, check the water, do all this, drain it. It was very impressive.
He does a tremendous amount of
You know.
work.
And I never thought when he was talking about the plowing, and he was explaining that how many times he has to plow because of the different shifts
And
that they
there's-
have, nursing coming in, cooks coming in at a different time, they gotta be ready for an ambulance to come in,
At any time.
yeah. So, I often wondered about the cost for doing plowing, and it was very obvious with all the responsibilities, you know, for the prison and all that, so.
How long do you think it'll be before they get here? Because we can go in and do the non-public if we need to.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay. And you said it was in, would you read us into non-public?
Yes, we're gonna go into a non-public session under New Hampshire RSA 91-A:32 A and M.
I'll second that motion.
A and C, if I could.
Oh, A and C.
Okay, a roll call vote, please.
Commissioner McGee,
Aye.
Commissioner Nelson, aye. Commissioner McCarthy.
Aye.
11:13.
Okay. Shall we go ahead?
This about this?
Oh,
Page, you know?
oh, was that in there today?
Yeah.
No?
Yes, no, I got my packet, yeah.
Jeez.
We're ready.
Thanks for coming over.
Okay.
Motion to come out of non-public and seal the minutes.
Second that motion.
All those in favor, say aye.
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 11:55.
Good morning.
Hey, Seth,
No, you tell us what's up.
are you specifically about the laptop proposal?
We'll do that, and then we
Talk
have some
about
other
that.
questions.
Okay, well, the laptop proposal was that Justin works for the county attorney's office, but he's an extremely adept hardware person. Software he's good at too, but he's been able to go in the boneyard and piece together things and make, the boneyard is where we put all of our decommissioned equipment. You know what I mean, the decommissioned computer equipment. So it's in there and some of them are scavenged, you know, because it's like going to a junkyard and pulling off a wheel if you need it, and you leave the rest of it there. But he's been able to get plenty of laptops up and going. Now, these are things that we eventually would pay somebody to haul off to the, don't put the heavy metals in the ground place. They charge for it. But what the proposal is to take the laptops he fixes, and they would be purged, and just the system that came with them would be on it, but no programs, no nothing, to do their work. Apparently, when you're in that diversion program, you've got classes you have to take. A lot of those people were poor to get in trouble in the first place, so they don't really just have a computer around. So we could let them use the laptops that got recovered to do their classes on. And that was the main thrust of this, was not to, I would rather see that stuff go to help people who are in the county than to end up in somebody's special landfill. And I just know that it would be proper to ask for permission to do this, because it's not mine, it belongs to the people. But if the people would like to see it repurposed for a good purpose, I think that would be one.
And all the parts are coming from
Just the
within?
junkyard.
Okay.
Nothing would be, he doesn't need to buy anything. So if he can make a Frankenmac out of a computer, you know what I'm saying? And he sometimes he'll look at 2 or 3 of them and, you know, take this off that, and boom, he's got a great computer working.
And is he doing this on his own time?
His own time.
Really?
Absolutely. I've never seen a kid. Well, he's a kid. He still has energy. You know, and he gets excited about things.
I know.
And he's actually very into the county people, the constituents, you know. He wouldn't be doing that program if he wasn't. He's trying to help them.
Diversion program, who was he thinking of?
The diversion program, I guess, is people who don't do anything seriously wrong or their first time type things. I don't really know because I'm not in the attorney's office, but the appearance is that they get to do this class and they do it for, I don't know, a year, whatever
Yeah.
I can't call it a sentence, it's a diversion, so, but when they finish that, they don't have to go.
Do jail time.
Yeah, no jail time, and I don't know about the probation, because I never had to ask.
So is this a system where people with bad intent could use that computer to do bad things?
Nope, because the only login would be severely restricted. Cybersecurity is something I'm pretty good at. I would lock down. There's ways to lock down. If we wanted to lock it down where they only could get to that one website, which is pretty much the plan, you can make it where it won't go anywhere but the allowed websites. It just takes a little effort, but I mean, not that much time, you know, a minute, sort of.
All right, okay.
Questions, Commissioner?
I mean, they could hit somebody with it.
Yeah, I think I'd like to do a little more work on this before we approve this, if it's acceptable to you.
Commissioner?
Oh, well, I have some concerns. I think the idea of helping the people with the diversion thing, but I do have issues, some concern about that.
Yeah.
It's ended up how it's used. And
Yes,
it's-
no, I understand what you're saying. Maybe would it be possible? I know I'm getting some classroom space. You know, would it be maybe a thought that if they can arrange it that way that they could come use the computers in the classroom? And you know what I mean? If it's not an undue burden or whatever, those, you know, I don't understand that stuff, but.
Do we have questions? And any questions that you can
Is that me?
you can get back to us next week?
I'm just gonna go shut that up.
Okay,
What are your questions?
okay. Yeah, I thought Connor was coming, no? He's busy. Justin, sorry,
I'm
Connor's.
not sure, he might be busy. I asked Karen to get him too, but,
He may have been in a meeting.
okay. Thank you.
Okay, so we're gonna just discuss that. and
Sure.
Come back next week. and-
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Nobody's going anywhere in the meantime, so
I
we're
don't-
good to go.
I don't see there's much of a problem, but we, you know.
Yeah, you guys
Okay.
need to do what you guys do.
Yeah. Okay, don't go.
Oh,
We have some commissioner questions for,
Yes, can you bring us up to speed on where we're at with the system?
we have the domain controller in. It's been, the system's installed on it. What we need to do is put the racks up. We have the racks to put the servers in so that they're not laying around on tables in the other room. And then we've got the carcass of the email server. I just say that because it doesn't have the stuff on it. But we do have the email system, the operating system. It just needs to be installed. I started that over last weekend, and it should be as soon as possible, but because of the condition of the current infrastructure, like there's 3 email servers for 200 people, and I have to merge them and still allow the people to get their mail. So it's just it's a process so that nobody misses anything and it doesn't impact their workflow in any way. It's going to do it a little anyway.
At one point, we talked about the end of January. Are we still on track to do that for the end of January?
For the email server. Not the entire domain rebuild, but getting the .gov is what you're talking about, right? Yes.
yes?
Yep.
Perfect.
That's the end of January. And what's the estimate for
The whole thing, it could be months, only because there's data scattered everywhere. There's like 5 or 6 different servers in different places. And I gotta find out, okay, some of the attorney stuff is on this one, some of the attorney stuff is on that one, and collect it all up so that we can have a single file server for the entire campus, so that it's easy to protect and to maintain, to back up, to, you know what I mean? So that it's all in one place instead of kind of being distributed.
How about the attorney's office? Are they on board with doing this?
Yeah. You mean with
Well, where somebody that's all in one spot?
Oh, no, no.
Would they want to
No,
have their
it's
own?
one spot, but it's a, you break them off into actually partitioned areas, and one partition is like a completely different computer someplace else. So they can't cross over. If there's an access control list that's set up properly, they can't go anywhere but where we want to allow them to go. That any, you know, and it's by the subnet or the computer, by the person. Once this new Active Directory is in, you'll be able to actually do that, noodle it right down to the single computer or person.
Let's assume for a minute you're a bad guy,
Yeah,
and you're out there and you want to get into this. Could you do it? And you're in your house or you're living
are
somewhere
you talking
else.
about right now or when it's done?
When it's done, could you, as a bad guy, want to get information from something that's confidential? Could you, as a bad guy, get into it?
I'm considering this because that's my job, is to think like them. It's like being a profiler. So it's like, how would I get into one of Bobby's setups? It's going to be tough because I do think like them. There would be, I want to have the wireless on a completely separate, like, the difference between T-Mobile and Spectrum and Consolidated. Anything that's public wireless shouldn't be connected by cables to the county network. It would be its own for the public to use, like for the classes and things. I don't think anybody who's not an employee should actually be riding around on our network. You know what I mean? If you don't have a login and you don't belong here, I'm sorry, the resources that you can use are that one public network that doesn't connect to us.
But if you as a person, with your knowledge and everything, could you break into another county system, the ideal system you have coming in? Could you, as a citizen, say, I want to get in there and see what they do illegally? Could you do it if you were a bad guy and didn't care about breaking the law?
Possibly, and I can only say that because it's like, I'd have to do a lot of research. Do I think I could do it right now off the top of my head? No, because I don't know what their holes are. I don't know where their vulnerabilities are. You have to do vulnerability scans, and we're going to make sure with the risk assessment that we have very little, if no, vulnerabilities. Once this is sewed shut, it's going to be pretty damn tight.
Thank you.
Excuse me for the...
But it's not that way now.
No.
No.
But I keep an eye, but you
Okay.
know what I mean? I'm locking up what I can at the moment, but I'm more concerned with trying to get the new one finished so that it's all over with. You can't fix some things. You have to start from the bottom up.
So .gov will be in on the 31st, right? Okay.
That's the plan.
I hope so.
As long as nobody goes, Mom, and just, John, I told John, I said, you keep up with all the people because I want to just go into my zone and just build this really one A to B all at once.
Well, that's his job. He should be taking care of that other stuff.
Correct. Yeah, I'm good.
You gotta remember, you're the director. You direct him what to do.
Oh, well, yeah, it's like I gave him a list. Now that we've got a plan, that was the hard part, trying to come up with a plan. And there's still some holes in it with where is this data or where is that, so we can consolidate it on a new server instead of just bringing over the old mess, because I don't know what would be in the middle of that mess. I have asked the department heads to do house cleaning, throw away anything you don't need, put it in an archive folder if you still need to keep it, but you don't need to get at it right away, and then I can put it on a tape. That way we can take it and put it offline and it's still there. If they need it, we can, do a recovery from the backup.
Any further questions? Yeah?
No.
Thank you.
Great.
Get back to work.
Yes!
We'll be over there with a whip.
Thank y'all very
Okay.
much.
No, thank you, Bobby. Okay. Do we have any other business? Phil, any other,
I don't know.
nothing? Okay. We will go into recess till the next meeting on the college chair, and we're likely to be here tomorrow for the delegation meeting, so
At 2 PM,
at 2 p.m.
same location.
Same location.
Time is 12:08.
The time is 12:08. What would I do without you, Ed?
Need a motion, vote on that?
Yes.
I thought it was.
No, not to,
Recess?